All right, today we're going to dive into the official description of a men's health supplement called Prostadine. What's actually in it? How does it claim to work? We're going to cover all the key points, pulling everything directly from their source material. So, let's get right into it.
So, right out of the gate, the source material hits you with this question. It's really aimed at a frustrating reality for a lot of guys. Sleep that's just constantly being broken up. This really sets the stage for the big problem this supplement says it can help with.
And at the heart of this whole thing is prostate health, especially for men over 40. According to the source, that's kind of the age when the prostate can start to cause issues that mess with your daily life and, hey, even your confidence. So, what do those problems actually look like? Well, the text points to these three big ones. We're talking about that constant, nagging feeling that you have to go, a stream that's just not what it used to be, and maybe the worst part, having your sleep shattered by those endless trips to the bathroom. Okay, so after laying out the problem pretty clearly, the source material brings in its answer, Prostadine. Let's take a look at how they position this thing as the solution. So what is Prostadine? Well, it's defined as a natural health supplement, but a key detail they really highlight is its form. It's not a pill, it's liquid drops. And it's made with a blend of plant-based ingredients, which we're going to get to in just a minute. But why liquid drops? What's the big deal? Well, the claim here is all about how your body absorbs it. The source suggests that liquids get into your system faster than pills, which could mean the ingredients get to work more quickly. So once it's in your system, how does it supposedly get the job done? The source material breaks it all down into a pretty straightforward three-part approach. So the whole process kicks off with what they call cleansing, trying to flush out mineral buildup that they link to hard water. Step 2 is all about fighting inflammation, to calm things down and reduce discomfort. And third, it claims to help balance hormones, specifically DHT, which can cause the prostate to get bigger. The idea is to keep that prostate at a healthy size. Now, this three-step process is supposedly driven by a very specific blend of natural ingredients. So, let's pull back the curtain and look at the key players they highlight in the formula. And here's the lineup. You've got ingredients you might have heard of in men's health, like saw palmetto, but then it's got things like pomegranate extract, neem, shellagide, iodine, and a whole group of seaweed extracts. You know, the source material really puts a spotlight on a couple of these. Let's start with the one they connect back to that cleansing step we just talked about, the seaweed extracts. So here's their supposed job. The text says these extracts, like noriaki and wakame, are put in there to help flush out those unwanted minerals and toxins, all while supporting your urinary system in general. All right, next up is another ingredient that gets a big mention in the source material. And this is probably one you've heard of before when it comes to prostate health. Think of saw palmetto as the multitasker here. It's credited with supporting overall prostate health and helping with urine flow, but it also ties directly back to that third step we mentioned, helping to keep those DHT hormone levels where they should be. Okay, so you've got the ingredients, you've got the three-part plan, but what about the results? What are the promised outcomes? Let's break down the list of benefits they claim you can get. And the list is pretty comprehensive. It starts, of course, with the main goal: better urinary function and long-term prostate support. But it also goes into these quality of life improvements, like having more energy, which the source says comes from better sleep, and even a boost in confidence when you're not constantly mapping out where the next bathroom is.
And, you know, this quote from their promotional text really captures the emotional side of what they're promising. It's not just about the physical stuff. It's about getting back that feeling of normalcy, of having energy, and just freedom in your life.
Okay, let's switch gears and get into the practical details, how you actually buy Prostadine and the guarantee they offer with it. So here's how the pricing breaks down according to their website. You can grab one bottle for $69, but the price per bottle drops a good bit when you buy in bulk. The source really points to the 6-bottle pack as the best deal, dropping the price to $49 a bottle. And they throw in 2 free digital guides with that one. And this is a big one. To back up the purchase, the source says there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. This is basically framed as a way to try the product without any financial risk if you're not happy with what you experience. Now, this is a really crucial detail mentioned in the text. To make sure people are getting the real deal, it's only sold through the official website. You're not going to find it in stores or on other big online marketplaces.
And finally, we absolutely have to land on this. The source material is very clear about including a disclaimer that says you should always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, and that Prostadine is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And that's our look at Prostadine, based entirely on its official description. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you know how this particular supplement is explained and marketed, how does that shape your view on the role of natural products in men's health? Thanks for tuning in.